All right, everybody, welcome to another new episode of Max and Howard Drink Beer. I am Max.
And I am Howard.
All right, Howard, so we're doing something a little different today. We're each drinking our own beer, and we got little sippers over here.
Yeah, so we can try a little bit of everybody's beer.
Little nippers,
Yeah,
little tippers.
Yeah, what did I say earlier? Snifter.
Yes.
Snifter. I said snifter.
So what do you got over there? I don't even know what I'm drinking yet. I gotta read.
A Sierra Nevada. It's a Celebration fresh hop IPA. Now, like I said, earlier, we get a lot of our stuff off of the Woodman's discount cart and the 2019 Celebration. I'm not sure if this was an anniversary beer. Yeah, they first brewed this beer in the winter of 1981. So this is the 2019 version of this IPA. So always wanted to try it. It was on discount, and sounds good to me. Max, what do you got?
I have Lakefront Brewery's gluten-free New Grist. It is a Pilsner. It is made with water, rice, hops, and yeast. And some other word I can't pronounce because I suck at the English language.
That makes sense.
So it's gluten-free. Apparently I have a gluten allergy or something.
Yeah, we're going to try. Well, you like the Pilsners and you like the lagers, so I figured I'd get that for you, see how you like it, if that's kind of something that's up your alley. Plus, you were doing that gluten-free thing, and we have a lot of gluten-free friends that are on the, what do they call that diet?
The keto diet.
The keto diet, yeah.
Right.
And that'd probably be a good beer if you're a beer drinker and you like beer, and that might be a good one. But
I can tell you right away it would not. It would not be a good one.
Okay, he's telling you right away. That makes me kind of excited to try it.
Because that whole diet's all about the carbohydrates, and this has 23 grams.
Oh, wow.
So that's like half.
I guess
so if you had two of these beers, I mean, I feel like that's a alright day, right? 2 beers for all of your food eating.
Okay, so keto people, you're screwed. And, you're gluten-free guys, there you go. Hopefully it works out. Max, what do you think?
It's got a weird something to it.
A weird something to it. Now I'm excited to try it, because I tried mine, but I like a little weird something to it.
Yeah, it's got there's some type of little fruity, almost like a grape.
That does taste grape-like.
That's hanging in there. Don't know what that has to do with it. I don't know enough about this. We should really probably start doing research.
No.
Then we could just
sit
here.
Have a show.
We'll do it. We'll have Jara and Colin do all our research.
That's not a bad idea.
Since we both know that they don't do any research on their own stuff, especially Colin.
Yeah, we might have to make a poll about that. We'll have to
see if we can get them to do that. So in case you guys haven't listened to us before, we have some friends who do their own podcast about shows that their kids make them watch. And I believe that's what they call it, something along that lines I believe it's called Colin and
Jara watch kid shows.
I thought it was Colin and Jara had kids.
Oh, yeah, that sounds better.
Yeah.
That's what they should have made, yeah. That's not it.
So there you go, guys. Check it out. If we figure out or want to put a link to them, we will or we won't. We make no promises. Yeah. We're lawless here.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's a good show if you have kids, or if you want kids, or if you don't want kids, or if you don't have kids. So yeah.
Or maybe if you just like watching kids shows.
Okay.
I mean, who doesn't like cartoons or?
Well, it depends on the cartoons. I prefer my cartoons naked. So,
okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Right.
So Howard, what do you think about your IPA over there?
I pee a lot when I drink.
Yeah.
Pretty good, right? Sorry. Anyway.
I take a picture of your shirt, but that's honestly, not what it is.
It's one of those things, Max, where you get all hyped up. You get so excited. This is going to be the greatest thing of all time. And then you finally try it, and it really is pretty standard. It's a standard IPA. I'd put it right in line right there with Lakefront. It's really nothing that special. And
it definitely does not have the freshly cut grass flavor.
No. But there's a pine to it. There's a piney taste to it. And maybe that's part of it because, it's brewed in the winter time. Hey, what's big in winter? Pine trees.
Oh, is it? Yeah. I thought that's when we kill all the pine trees and
those are
make
Christmas
them stand in our houses.
No. I have a fake one.
Oh.
In fact, I don't even have a Christmas tree.
That's how fake it is.
Yeah.
It's imaginary.
I might paint one if I stay in that apartment because it isn't a rental. I don't care.
Yeah, right?
There you go. So, yeah, what you took a sip. You're not an IPA guy at all, and I'm really not a lager guy at all, but... to me, it's really nothing to, dare I say it, celebrate about.
I see what you did there.
No, it's interesting. I'd be interested to try this, and maybe even that, on draft, to see if there's such a difference, because there is a whole lot of difference to the draft beer, to the bottle beer, to even the canned beer.
Yes.
We talked about that from Heineken's, from cans to bottles to draft. The difference between that. I'd be interested to try this on draft if they have a 2020 Celebration Fresh Hop IPA.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll have something going on.
Because this isn't bad.
Which one is that again?
The 2019 Celebration.
No, that's what, Sierra?
Sierra Nevada, yeah.
Okay.
Right. And that's a Lakefront, by the way, New Grist.
Yes, I saw that by the Lakefront written on the bottle.
Okay, I know if you had said that.
I know Steve's not here to describe the bottle for you, but
it's really not that fancy.
It's a brown bottle. That's what you put beer in.
I guess the bottle is brown.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. It's really, you're not missing much with the bottle. But Max, would you drink that while you're doing yard work?
If it was around, I probably would. I have my own Lakefront beers that I prefer over this.
Oh, okay.
The
River West Stein. Right?
Yeah. I favor the River West Stein heavily. If you walk into a bar and it says we have Lakefront, oh okay, I'll have that. Instead of, there's some days when you go to a bar and you want to try something new, and then there's other days when, man, it's been a long day. I just want a beer.
Oh, I hear you. Yeah,
so that will make or break my decisions when I walk into a place.
Yeah, makes sense to me. So, yeah, I'll tell you a good story. I was just a young tyke. Didn't do a lot of drinking up until then, but you always want to have that little bit of refreshment while you're cutting grass.
Right.
And I was trying this new thing. I had the raspberry Minute Maid lemonade. Very good. Pour it in a red Solo cup that we have here for our next beer. Put it on the lawnmower. Okay, and I'll take a sip out of this when I'm feeling thirsty. Cut the grass,
Yeah.
Well, I'm cutting the grass, and I go to take a sip out of the raspberry lemonade, and the red Solo cup is full of grass. And do the math for that one. So those were good old days.
So that was you trying to make it into your own IPA, right? The freshly cut grass flavor. You were trying to garnish it with some blades of grass.
A Howard Celebration.
Oh man, they really shouldn't let us out of the house, and that's why they don't. We do this in my basement.
Yeah, right. Even though we don't want to give too much information away, and we recorded this before the quarantine. That way we don't get arrested.
well before, right?
Yeah, right. Sure.
We're not even sitting in the same place.
Yeah, they do that now.
We've literally just been photoshopping you into pictures everywhere.
Everywhere, that's true. And I've been changing my shirts.
Yeah.
Constantly.
Yeah, like 4 a day, and then you wear that same one for the next 4 days, right? That's how that works?
Yeah, pretty much.
So, Howard, I had one of those beers the other night that was left over from one of those 5-packs that we had for a couple weeks ago, and I was using that as a grilling beer.
Ooh.
You know, and when everybody thinks grilling beer, they go, "Man, you're wasting beer by dumping it on your food." No, I'm pouring it down the gullet while I'm working.
Right.
That's how you cook.
Well, a little column A, a little column B, but I think that might be a story for another day.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm about 95% of the way there from perfecting chicken on the grill. So, you know, there's all sorts. I finally got a basting brush. You know, to put your sauces on and spread them evenly.
Oh, we didn't talk about that earlier. What did you use a sauce for the stuff you made yesterday?
No, I didn't actually. But I have it. I have perfected the technique that I learned from, you know, the Tom Sawyer adaptation movie on how to paint something properly.
Am I thinking of the Karate Kid?
You are.
Okay.
You could have learned from them too.
Okay. All right.
But I usually get somebody else to do most of the work if
Tom Sawyer.
I'm drinking.
I didn't know they made a movie. I read the book and I heard the song. That's pretty much it.
It was a good song.
Yeah, pretty good song.
So there's that. You know, tonight after we're all done with this, we're gonna grill up some burgers.
Oh.
You know, so that's something that I constantly get. You know, talk with everybody about and everything, because I have a lot of friends who are picky eaters, you know, so they want their burgers with nothing on it, you know, burger bun, maybe some cheese, that's it. Myself, I like to chop up stuff and put it into the meat.
Yeah.
So you take the bacon, make some bacon up, and instead of putting bacon on top of it, I crumble it up, put it in the meat.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Then you dice up some onions even, and then throw some shredded cheese in there. You know?
In the burger?
In the burger.
In the burger, okay.
So when you cook it, the cheese melts into it as it's getting cooked, and your onions are perfectly caramelized and everything. You know, and it's good, and then you can top it with whatever you want. You know, I usually throw some cheese on top of it as well.
I do like cheese on top of my cheese.
You know, because why not? If I could grill cheese on a grilled cheese with a grilled cheese, then you know, we drink some beer, we call it Wisconsin.
Yeah, it is. It doesn't get much more Wisconsin than that. Yeah, I'm really weird. I like a little mayo on the burger.
Nope, can't do it.
You know, little, something to moisten it up a little bit, because
yeah,
get a little too crunchy. You know, you need something to kind of
that word there, that word choice there was for Emily. Moist.
Yes, right. Apparently, it makes people uncomfortable, and if you know either Max or I, nothing makes us uncomfortable. So
that's not true. If you came up and touched me in the wrong place, I'd probably, you know, knock you out with something.
Well, yeah, but you're not gonna catch me, you know, touching you in the wrong place. That's for the other beer.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you know, I'm not one that grills. I've always been in apartments, and I've never had the capabilities of grilling. But I will tell you this: I'm a fan of grilling TV shows. Chopped is a very excellent TV show. It's food porn, if you will. That's one of my favorite things to watch.
Yeah, no, I definitely do not. I do not make the food look pretty. You know, with all the extra fancy presentations and everything. But
I would debate with you on that, because it all looks, you know, right out of a cookbook when you serve it up. So
well, that's because I literally pull it out of a cookbook.
Right.
No, there's certain things over the years of working in kitchens and stuff. You know, like when I grill a steak, out of habit, I turn it.
That makes sense.
You know, make a quarter turn, so when you flip it over and you serve it, it's got those perfect grill marks in it.
Yep.
You know, and I do it out of habit now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, that's the difference between you and I. I've never actually had a food service job. I think Boxhorn was the closest that I ever got with putting the pizzas in the ovens and pulling them out. I mean, that's, you know, slice them here and there. I never did any of the steaks. I never did any of the soda fountains. Never had to work with those at all.
Oh, man, those were awful.
I was a carny. We know this.
We do know this. I don't know if everybody who listens knew this. Howard was a carny.
I was.
He might still be, but who's got that kind of time?
That's what your dad says, anyway.
It's true, he does say that.
Yeah. So, let's see, what what do we got? So we like to grill, and we like to drink beer while we're working outside.
Well, I feel like it is a mandatory thing. You know, we're not talking just like your standard cookout, which, you know, we have parties here at our house every day that celebrates our flag.
That's true. Yep.
You know, so
that's true.
But I feel like that's part of, you know, like your job as the grill master. You have to have the beer in your hand.
What is the perfect grilling beer?
Ooh, that's a tough one. It depends on what time of year, honestly. You know, I'll argue with you in the summertime, something like a summer shandy is wonderful.
Yeah.
You know, because you get that little bit of the lemonade and everything.
Yeah, that is good.
You know, to get you in that mood. And I think we have, as Wisconsinites, have become accustomed to that as this is our summer beer.
Yep.
You know, where everybody else is just like, oh, it's a beer. Well,
that's what they say?
No, I don't. I don't talk to people outside of Wisconsin. So
I don't either.
You know, I like where we're from. I like the people that, you know, are around us. So I don't go much further.
Yeah.
You know, but that's just me. I don't. You know, as I tell everybody, you can strike up conversations with anybody, but the people you invite over to your house, that's a different type of person.
Yeah, there's a lot of truth to that. Absolutely.
You know, so I mean, at that time, I'd say that winter time, you know, when we grill, I like to have some heavier lager.
Ooh.
You know,
yeah.
I've been known to buy some of the Sprecker's winter lager specifically.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You know, that has kind of those herbs in it that get you that warm fuzzy feeling. You know, similar to like how whiskey warms you up. You know, I feel like that beer does a really good job of warming you.
Yeah, it does. They just came out with the Maibach.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. Pretty excited, even though it doesn't really matter to anybody. But
I know a few guys who are all about that.
Yeah, it's good. You know, the thing that sucks is you pay $8 for a 6-pack. You know,
yep.
Unfortunately, but you know, sometimes it's just worth it. You know.
Well, I really like a lot of those Sprecher beers. You know, I remember
do too.
I remember a number of years ago I don't remember exactly where we were. We were maybe Lake Geneva area.
That sounds right.
And we were at somebody's wedding. But the wedding, like, we were super early because my mom was working it. She had to set up.
Uh-huh.
So myself and my dad went back to the hotel that they were staying at because me and Sam we didn't have any money to stay at a hotel. So we just drove back after the fact.
Right.
But they had a restaurant there that was a specific Sprecher beer only. And at that time, I had never had a Sprecher beer. So it's just like, you know, I asked the guy, hey, well, you know, what do you have? Well, we have this one and 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 this one. I'm like, none of those names mean anything to me.
Right.
You know, so like, can you describe, you know, like, what should I have? You know, well, you know, what do you drink? And we told him, you know, we drink Heineken most of the time, everything. Well, he ended up giving us the Special Amber, which was absolutely the wrong choice, because I feel like if he would have given us a Black Bavarian, that would have been closer to what we were kind of hanging out at beer-wise. I know that now, but at the time I was just like, what? Why? What is beer? Aren't they all the same?
Right.
You know, and that's kind of the fun part as a younger kid.
That used to be a Houlihan's. We used to go there all the time.
That was
pretty good.
That was attached to the
hotel.
The hotel?
Yep.
Really?
Uh-huh. Used to be a Houlihan's. That was a kick-ass Houlihan's, too.
Yeah, it was weird. It was, you know.
Yeah, it's a weird establishment. I'd like to go there now.
Yeah.
Now that we're a little bit more versed in our, you know, this culture of beer.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to see what that's all about now. But, you know. Yeah, we didn't... I think we went there once as a family, and we were just like, it's not really Houlihan's. This kind of sucks.
Yeah.
So they had those mushrooms. They were stuffed with like a horseradish, cream cheese.
That sounds awesome.
And they were deep fried, and they were pretty good. You know, don't get much better than that, I'll tell you.
Oh, I don't doubt that. That sounds fantastic. Sam has been making colored peppers, like the mini peppers.
Oh.
So, you know, your red, orange, yellow peppers.
Yeah.
And then she's been filleting them in half.
Uh-huh.
And then filling them with, like, jalapeno cream cheese.
Oh.
And then cooking them.
Wow.
And it's just like, we had them, I think, the last 2 nights for dinner. You know, because it's like, oh, well, if this was delicious, and, you know, as a side dish goes, how hard is that?
Yeah.
You cut a pepper in half, you clean it out, you put some cream cheese in it, you cook it.
Nothing better than that. Roasted red pepper. Oh, man. I'm
with,
drooling.
With jalapeno cream cheese.
I'm going to start doing that. That's a good idea.
Right?
I might just do that for dinner.
All right, so Howard, what do you think overall, your beer?
Overall, I'll tell you this. I would try this on draft, you know, but I would not get this in a $8 6-pack, you know. But if it was on discount, you know, I would try that. As for your beer, I could be convinced to drink that. You know, I put that a little bit higher than the Celebration, which is weird, you know, because I like a little bit of grape flavor.
Yeah, no, I agree with you here. If I had an opportunity and a choice to buy this, yeah, I'd probably get it. It'd probably be in a sampler pack or something.
Right.
But
then you wouldn't complain.
But if this was part of the sampler pack with like a River West and something else, it would convince me more to get that sampler pack than to shy me away.
I can tell you what, if you are gluten-free, you're trying to be gluten-free, and you're trying to, you still like that taste of beer, that's a good beer to give it a shot.
Mm-hmm.
So give that a shot. As for this, you know, it's if you're into IPAs, this is your IPA. It's a very good IPA.
Even if you're not into IPAs, I mean, I think that's closest to my favorite IPA I've ever had.
Okay.
Because it's more just sour.
Yeah.
Like an ale, whereas some of them have been, you know, you taste the shrubberies.
Sure.
You know?
Wow, that's interesting. Maybe our palates are different.
It's probably that warm-up beer we had for the day.
Yeah, it could be. I taste a little bit of the shrubbery, but, you know, I don't know how it works. Maybe it all kind of gets divvied out.
Yeah.
You know, like, look at Spotted Cow. Sometimes that just tastes like beer, but you get the right glass, it tastes like you're drinking milk.
Yeah, true.
You know? Interesting.
Well, Howard, on that note, it's about that time. My beer is getting low, and I'm going to need another.
All right.
So, everybody at home, thank you for listening to us. This is Max and Howard Drink Beer. Once again, I am Max.
And I am Howard.
Cheers.
Cheers.